Okay. So, why do you want to be an officer? Um, I want to be an officer so I can be a leader in my chapter, as well as a role model for the members, and I think I'd be a good leader for our chapter. So, um, how will FFA rank in comparison with your other activities? FFA will rank in comparison to my other activities pretty high. Uh, I'll be it'll probably be right behind sports, but I also prioritize each of them and I'll schedule around each other so that I have a full time of commitment to each activity. So like if I have sports practice, I'll schedule practice for FFA after that sports practice. Um, what are three goals that you have for the chapter this year? Uh, One of the goals that I have for the chapter this year is to get more members involved in community service. In previous years, we really haven't had that many members participating in our community service. I feel like we get a lot more accomplished if we had more members. Another one would be to have more members compete in like district FFA. We haven't really had that many people competing in district FFA either, and I feel like there's a lot of kids that could qualify for state. So if I could get more people to compete for district FFA, I think that would be a big accomplishment. And then another one would be to educate different younger kids about FFA and what it means. We could go over to like the elementary more and give them kind of half lessons about agriculture and FFA and what it stands for and what it means, and maybe get them interested in joining FFA in their future. If you were having a conflict with a teammate or your advisor, how would you handle it? Um, I would handle it really calmly and I'd just talk it out and we could find a solution and we could consult our teammates about it, and we would just find the best solution that works best for everybody so that the conflict can be resolved. Uh, what is your greatest strength? I would say my greatest strength is being reliable. I try to always be on time and I'm always there for my teammates. Like in football or wrestling, I'll show up whenever I can, no matter what the cost is. So for my FFA teammates, I'll be there for all of our activities and our chapter meetings, everything that is very important. So I would say my greatest strength is being a reliable person, teammate, and a friend, since I'm always there for my colleagues. What is your greatest weakness and how do you plan to overcome that? I would say my greatest weakness is probably that I have too many things going on in my life and too many commitments. Because I have sports, FFA, my job working for my dad, and my job at Junction Farms packing eggs. I have a lot of commitments that I have to juggle with, and I'd say that's probably my greatest weakness. I plan to overcome that by making a organized schedule so that I can schedule events around each other and be there for each and every one of them so that I don't miss out on anything ever. And that's how I plan to overcome my weakness. If you were not selected to serve in the position that you desire, who do you think would be great in that position and why? If I don't get selected to serve as parliamentarian, I think that somebody on the party pro teams, such as Keaton or Kian or Grace, would be a good fit for the position, as they know parliamentary procedure and rules of it. So they would really be suitable for that position. I feel like they'd be able to educate and enforce parliamentary procedure laws and rules during our meetings and educate our chapter members about parliamentary procedure. So I think they would do a good job in that position as they have experience on the parliamentary procedure team that competed this last year. And then last, any statement as why you should be selected as a chapter officer. I would be a great leader for our chapter. That's what I would like to be selected as a chapter officer, as I'd be a great leader and a role model for our members, as well as our school. As a school, I'd be a great person to watch and learn from, and a great leader to everybody. I'd also be an organized person and lots of commitment to the FFA chapter. That's why I think I'd be a great fit to be selected for parliamentarian and a chapter officer. Thank you.